Okay, so today we are going to be walking through how to make your foldable notes. And it's written on the screen, but I thought I'd also talk to you too because you are love watching this. So the first thing you want to do is you want to cut around the perimeter of the foldable. Okay, and you want to make sure, I like to fold in, and then when you cut, you want to make sure you cut up to that bold line. You don't want to cut inside, okay? So the next thing, and you want to fold the flaps towards the center, and you're gonna want to label them. So you folded everything in and you should have 8 little flaps, and then you want to label them. And I know it's kind of funky, but it's going to be 1, 2, 5, 6, and then on the bottom it's 3, 4, 7, 8. And if you notice, the flaps match the angle measures inside here. Okay, so now step 3 is, if you think about it, the parallel lines are acting as boundaries to determine what's the interior and then what's exterior. So we're going to label those parallel lines. And the symbol for parallel lines looks like 2 vertical, like almost like a double set of L's. Okay, so you want to use a dark color to make parallel lines, and you put arrows on the ends. Okay. So now step 4, a transversal is a line that cuts through 2 parallel lines, and you want to use a contrasting color to determine to label the transversal, and make sure you label transversal and it's intersecting the parallel lines. Notice we use the symbol for intersecting, and now we have 6 quadrants. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quadrants. All right. So now interior, we're going to color the interior lines, or inside for interior. So you notice the prefix interior, and it's the area in between the 2 parallel lines. So you're going to color the boundaries of the interior lines, and you don't cross the parallel lines. Okay. Now we're going to color the exterior, and if you notice the prefix X, that means the outside of the parallel line, so exterior. And I chose blue and orange because those are complementary colors, so they contrast each other really well. Also, Chilton's colors. So exterior, so you notice out here and then out here. So like exterior, the outside of your house, so you usually call that exterior paint. So you're going to label those. And again, you don't want to cross the exterior. Just ignore these little symbols for now. I was having to use other foldables. Okay, so at this point, you should have your interior and your exterior colored. So now what we're going to do is we're identifying congruent angles. So you're going to choose one color for one set and another color for another set. So I used black to show that angle 1 and angle 5 are congruent. They have the same angle measure. But also because angle 1 and angle 4 are vertical, I know that angle 1 and angle 4, because they're vertical, I know that they have the same angle measure, okay? And angle 5 and angle 8, those are vertical to each other, so I know that those have the same angle measure. But since angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary, I know that they do not have this angle measure. So that's why I'm using a different color. Now, I know some of us, colors don't matter, but for others of us, colors do matter. So we're using different colors. Okay, so 2 lines. So the 2 lines is another way mathematically to show the double angle mark. Okay. So on the directions, if you go back into what I mean by this, slide 11 is 1 and 5. That's what we're talking about. So slide 1 and 5, we're talking about identifying angle pair directions. On the flap, you need to write both angle pairs, and I will make sure that I post my final picture of everything for this. Okay, so for each angle pair, you are to determine sorry, you are to determine, it's really bad when you realize, whether they are congruent or supplementary. And the blue arrows are going to help you along the way. Okay? So let's go back. See, not perfect. No one's ever perfect, right? So these are kind of questions that you're asking yourself. So corresponding angles, they are in the same position, same relative position. So, and this is kind of like a check for yourself. So corresponding angles are in the same position. So 1 and 5, so you're writing that. So on the flap here, you're writing 1 and 5. And then here on this flap, you're writing 5 and 1. Okay. So if you notice on the next slide, okay, so then we have 2 and 6. So here you'd write 2 and 6, and on this one you'd write 6 and 2. So now go and pause the video and try for 3, 4, 7, and 8. Go ahead and pause the video and check. Okay, welcome back. What did you get? Did you get the correct answers? How did you do? Okay, you should have been writing that, and it should look like this. On this one right here for corresponding sides, you should write 3 and 7, and on this slide, you should write, on this tab, you should write 7 and 3. Here you should write, or on this tab, you should write 3 and 7. On this one, you should write 4 and 8. Okay, the next one, we're talking about alternate exterior. And if you look at the pin is telling you alternate exterior. And actually, you can use a pencil or a pen to kind of help you. Alternate exterior means that they go across the transversal and they're outside the parallel lines. So using your pencil, try to find another set. So 1 and 8. So on that flap, you're going to write on angle on the tab, you're going to write 1 and 8. And then on this tab down here, you're going to write 8 and 1. So go ahead and pause the video. And what's another set of alternate exterior line angles? Pause the video. Okay. And let's go ahead and check. Did you get, oops, there's the answer. Go ahead and check. Which ones do you think they are? Okay, go ahead and check. Which ones do you think they are? Were you correct? Yes, hopefully you were correct. All right, so now we're going to do alternate interior. And again, I'm using my pencil. Remember, sometimes having manipulatives or something hands-on, I know for me that really helps because I'm very visual and tactile at the same time. Plus, I like to talk. I know that shocks you for my students. So again, we have 2 and 7 because you can see here 2 and 7. So what's the angle pair relationship? They are alternate because they're on opposite sides of the transversal. They're interior because you see they're both on that blue section of your foldable. So they're inside. So now I need another set of alternate, meaning opposite sides of the transversal, and interior, inside these parallel lines. So go ahead, pause the video and check. All right. Now, what do you notice about these? If you notice that alternate interior, do you see how they both have this black, angle mark, right? They both have the same angle measure, right? Or if you look over here for 2 and 7, they both have the green double arc. So what you should notice is that alternate interior or even alternate exterior, they're congruent. So that's an important thing to kind of remember. Okay. So, and over here, I've given you a non-example of interior because do you see how this one's exterior and this one's interior? So sometimes people will mess this one because angle 1 is not interior. And you can also check a visual check because you see how this one's in the orange and this is blue. So that's the reason why we colored things, to kind of give your brain that quick visual check. All right, same side exterior. So you can actually, the cool thing about, oops, sorry, bud. The cool thing about these angles, and you really have to stop and think, and I know a lot of you guys are rushing because, especially being at home, you want to get back and doing video games or go back and start watching All American again or whatever you're watching on Netflix. But really stop and think because you can break this down. So same side means same side of the transversal, Exterior means outside of the parallel lines. So 1 and 6. So same side exterior. So what are you noticing about this? Well, one, they are going to be supplementary to each other. Do you see how this is a single arc, this is a double arc, so these are supplementary. So it's 1 and 6, so you should be writing 1 and 6 on your tab. And don't be lazy and not write this stuff down, you guys, because this is going to be, you can use this for all of your notes, and you're going to have a Google form. So go ahead, find another one. So maybe slide that pen down or pencil down. What's another set of same side exterior lines? Pause the video and check. Good, how'd you do? Right? Did you also notice that they're supplementary? Oops, I told you the answer. Okay. Now, same side interior. What do you notice about same side interior? They're on the same side of the transversal again, but this side in the blue section, they're interior. What are you noticing about their angle relationship? Again, think to yourself, write it down. Okay, what's another set of same side interior lines? Write that relationship down, maybe identify it. Okay, so you're writing, and again, write your angle relationships right underneath. You can go back and write the angle relationships because then that'll help you. Corresponding angles. So 2 and 6, they're also congruent. That will help you. Remember, corresponding angles are congruent. Okay. All right. So here you go. Here's some non-examples for you to help you remember. So non-examples, the colors don't match. So one way to remember, if the colors are usually going to match for you. That's also going to help you. So same side interior, the colors match. They're supplementary to each other, and you should have gotten 4 and 7 if you did it correct. How'd you do? All right. So that concludes going through all of this. Please, please, please do the IXL practice before you do any of the Google forms. The IXL is your formative work. The Google form is your summative quiz. Think about it that way. All right. If you have any questions, please email your teachers. Okay.